Here we go. So
let's rock.
Today we're playing Duke Nukem 3D, as I knew it. Although obviously it was Duke Nukem 64 at one point. This is a game I used to play all the time when it came out.
Cool.
In fact, I'll go so far as to say this could be my favourite shoot 'em up in like classic retro terms anyway. Sneaky guy here. If you don't kill him straight off, he'll disappear. You have to wander about until he appears again. It's a nightmare. Total man. Sneaky one there. This floaty guy. Yeah, so like, I mean, I imagine my first experience was Wolfenstein 3D. And after that it was Doom 1, Doom 2. I remember Redneck Rampage being quite a... just get rid of this guy. Yeah, Redneck Rampage was like my first 3D shoot-em-up experience. I loved Dark Forces. Freaking guy won't die, man. Right. Yeah, Dark Forces, amazing. Everything was in the build-up to Half-Life, really. Which I couldn't ever really play because I never had a computer good enough. But I was able to play Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which was pretty advanced at the time. And of course I did play GoldenEye a little bit, but I never had the console for it. I never had any Nintendo stuff growing up. It was only when we got emulator stage. I don't know when that was, 2005-ish or something. I'd start playing all the retro games on my PC. But yeah, this is vastly overall, this was my favourite. I mean, I remember South Park, the 3D game. That was kind of a shoot 'em up in a way. Of course, my first introduction to certain things, as we see that. But yeah, you just wander around the levels, you try and kill every single enemy, trying to get every hidden space found. And basically, other than that, it's about trying to do it in the shortest amount of time. Which I will not be doing, as I say. I am not a speeder or anything like that. I just like to enjoy playing these old retro games. So I'm sure there's like a more economic way of traversing this level.
Don't have time to play with myself.
As long as we kill all the alien scum, that's all that matters, isn't it? That's most of them done. Let's just grab the extra few. Find an extra secret place here. As we go on through the game, I will hit less secret places because I just can't remember them. As with most of these games, I used to play the first few levels over and over and over. For most accounts, that's because it was solid. You ask anyone nowadays to play some of these games, and it's impossible. Especially given the fact there was no save function. I specifically remember Sonic being horrible for that. absolute baller at the game, but something to just kill you randomly, you'd have to go right back to the start. There we go, one level down. Hey, I got all the enemies. Hey, I got all the secrets. Let's go. So we've got some flying ones now. They've taken over. I don't even know what the story is, if I'm being absolutely honest. Appears to be. Was there ever an explanation? There might have been. I'm guessing either aliens or some sort of chemical warfare has taken over. Is it Los Angeles? And so these used to be humans, given why the pigs are wearing police uniforms and so forth. Well, I'm sure there's a little bit of satire in there too. Which is a massive part of why I love retro games, to be honest. Satire, as with everything else, without being political, seems to just kind of disappeared a little bit. Whereas, say, like the original sort of text-type games were just filled with satire and, you know, poking it to the man. It was made by coders. You generally had a sense of, at the time, of free, you know, liberation and so forth. So yeah, there's a lot of humour in there, a lot of personal stuff, a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of jibes at certain people, certain companies. Which is still like quite evident and able for people to get and understand.
Hail to the king, baby.
Combination locks, there's no sort of guide. Basically, there's never more than sort of 4 of them. There's so many combinations you can do, so that's nice shooting to work it out. I was interested on actually playing the shareware version of this. Boxer, which is basically the version of DOSBox but for Mac, so I'm actually playing this on Mac. So I've got the card here. Means I can bulldoze this. I don't know what the purpose of that is. Story, I don't know. Some sorts of secret headquarters with the ability to self-destruct, or they were planning to blow this place down in its construction. So atomic health, I think, give you something like this, either 50 or 100 points to your health, but it'll give on top of whatever your health is. So if you can manage to get like a load of medipacks and get to 100 health, and then find a load of them, you can just like get a health at, you know, 700 or something, which you kind of can in the next level. So the card for here. A lot of this game is finding just key cards to get through the next door. But I still think it works beautifully for what it is. Also, for its time, I think this was perhaps my favourite because of the variable graphics that are everywhere. The variety of graphics, that's the right word. And the actual gameplay, as in, like, you know, the hit tests on the walls are perfect. It doesn't like get you jarred or stuck at the edge to things like you would in, say, Wolfenstein. You shoot as long as you're in the right kind of area and range. It's very satisfying because you can just do it very fast, spin around, get to know where they are. It's very accurate. Whereas I did love Dark Forces and the feel of it and the music and just the game itself, but
Where is
it's
it?
generally all on one level and not that many puzzles. It's just more of a shoot 'em up. It's just more maze-like, if anything.
Hail to the king, baby.
I'd be very tempted to add Red Dead Redemption onto that list of my favourite shoot 'em ups. It's not a shoot 'em up game, but the level of detail and accuracy when you're using that weapon and the mechanics it uses to emulate real life, I love it. It's pretty much my perfect shooting game for that reason. Yep, shooting strippers and they explode in a shower of cash. And this was before Rockstar really took that up a notch. I mean, you could put Grand Theft Auto into that shoot 'em up list in a way. I never really enjoyed shooting in that game. Well, all of them really. There's a few things that you could sniper people with, but it wasn't like Call of Duty's. Sneaky little guy behind here. Sneaky bacon now. Or streaky bacon. Funnily enough, considering it's one of the first levels in this game, I do think this game is this level is one of the biggest, to be honest. Pretty much at the end now, we've just got a few guys hiding behind here. Far enough away that I won't blow myself up, so bosh, bosh. Secret area.
Come get some.
And then you get trapped. Oh gosh, you're gonna fry my ass. I don't care to find out what that is. Could mean anything in this futuristic dystopian world. There we go, so you start off the level with basically all of your weapons and whatnot gone. So you got to be pretty quick to grab some before this guy kills you. As you get a shotgun, we're in business. Let's press the left one first because that opens up. Down here we can get some more of your weapons. Maybe it is all of your original weapons, I don't know. And then when you open the other, you get everyone running at you, so makes sense. Sorry to spoil the show, fellas. I'm out of here. Can't cage dukenukem. Got a sneaky fellow here. And then got a little bit of satanic symbolism, like you used to back in the day.
That's one doomed space marine.
Well, fairly doomed. I mean, he's already dead. Perfect shot. Multi-Uzi. I've got no idea what you call this gun. Chain gun. I'll get rid of this dude first.
Who wants some?
Hey. There we go. Couple of sneaky guys here. So sneaky these, I don't even know what you call these different breeds. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much of the lore for Duke Nukem 3D, other than what was kind of on the back of the box when I bought it. Well, I say that, I mean, I borrowed it from a friend, which is the bread and butter of MS-DOS, playing games. Hopefully this chap here will set off the bomb, which is always fun to watch. God, this guy can't be tempted. Well, so much for making bacon.
Hail to the king, baby.
Sigh. God, that's a lot more enemies. A lot more enemies than I remember.
Come get some. Come get some.
Not quite sure what just exploded then.
Hail to the king, baby.
Sweet, grab some atomic health. Right, let's go and get this key card. We'll get there in the end. Got the key card. Something about these graphics that I do love though. Kind of reminds me sort of PS1 graphics. I think there's a time when like MS-DOS games and PS1 sort of had the same graphics, but I still prefer playing the MS-DOS versions. I just think the graphics were sharper, the gameplay was slightly like faster, speed. Actually playing it. I could be wrong. But the graphics are just I love it. I've got sort of a bit of a Tomb Raider 2 vibe, a bit of Tony Hawk somewhere, and quite a lot of Dark Forces because this level especially. It's got the same sort of vibes of it. I do love LucasArts. Try and get all these guys killed from out here. Saves you going from the other side and opening every door one by one. It's a secret place. Should be some canisters just there. got him. No, I haven't. Let's lock it. Key card. So now I just need to open the lovely set of doors. So it's like one set of doors with a load of prison cells. I mean, God knows what these guys have done to get locked up in this universe. Must be something truly abhorrent. The monsters. And you can access all of them, but you can't access the other ones. Now you can access them both. No, sorry, you can't access either of them. I just accessed one of them from the back then. She's all got in there and killed that extra guy. Secret sneaky place.
Come get some.
Now let's go visit the prison cells that we couldn't access before. Like I say, we've already just completed one side. Here's the other. And there's the last door. We've killed everybody else in those. Could be some sort of Shawshank Redemption homage there. It's a prison cell. We've just gone through the back of a poster. Lady on it. Into a sewer system, no less. The difference being a very big brain alien. And it gets its freedom. So of course, for some reason, this level ends with the story saying it's now going to be a submarine level. It's a bit James Bondy.
Cool.
It's the Australian version of James Bond. We've got a couple sneaky guys. Oh, one. This guy's less sneaky. Just got one little secret place left. I think looks like doing it. Get in. So once again, not a very complicated code. Basically, underneath the SWAT, there's a ton of these brain monsters. Polite by calling them brain monsters. Obviously, in this game, wherever there's a crack, you can blow the wall up. Now, once again, not quite sure what to do with these ladies, but if in doubt, kill them. There you go. Let's go up here. And you've got a lot of things shooting at you here. Try and get rid of that sentinel, I guess would be the word. This guy, and then the rest are just the aliens shooting from that sneaky vantage point down there. Let's grab a secret area. Okay, break down there. It's possibly one of my least favourite levels. The only thing I do like about it is the fact that you have to raise and lower the water levels in order to get to different areas. It's a bit sort of Zelda-ish, dungeon-ish. Oh, I have to pretend to be Barrel. Here we go, I'm going to get picked up over here, which eventually gets us to the next stage. Now there's a bomb up here and I can't remember if it's been set off. But it never really seems to matter how much health I have if I go through the bomb. I just tend to die. Whereas getting picked up by the head by these things does not appear to kill me.
Where is it?
Nice try, Mr. Pigman. Card. I think that's about it. And now I've got the card, we can shrink ourselves down. When you used to play this for the first time, it wasn't immediately obvious. The run button, you can either hold down shift or you can press caps lock. But if you don't have run on, then you never make it to the end of that little tunnel and you increase in size and just crush yourself. It's quite an interesting gameplay feature. But I do have run mode on. Not the Terminator, I'm not walking around these levels. So, water here. I'm going to try and move this water above us up a level so that we can reach a different level when we do surface. At the moment, if we go up, I don't think you can go anywhere or do anything. Just trying to get rid of all these. There's still plenty of those in this level. All the bombs just so I don't bump into them. Now we're onto this level. Jump across here. Jump across there. Get a sneaking eye. Yeah.
Groovy.
Let's got rid of these two goons. So let's basically what we've done there by opening that whatever it was, switch, flipping that switch, we've opened another area that was like the last major door in the game. So if we go all the way back down there, could have just dumped in the water from above, to be honest. And the door we opened is here. And there's a super sneaky brain guy here. There we go. It's a fast level, this one. Grab this. Kill the guy that's hiding behind here. Done. And now we're kind of into the next area of the game, as long as I don't get squished. Which a lot of players used to get squished, I imagine, there. Because I didn't sit there long enough to see the fact that this cog's missing. Fit between. I don't really know how this works, but I do know. If I blow this wall up down here, I can transport to another bit of the level. And I think it's just basically another area that is enemies to kill if you're trying to 100%. Whereas I think that'll just lead you to the same place at the end of this water, but you'd miss these enemies. That's my understanding of it. I think you come out there. Here's a lot of these enemies in this section. Most of them. Alongside. And then, if I'm lucky, I can jump across this gap. You gotta be pretty sharp about it. If you stand on it and it moves, you still got to like walk across exactly when it touches the other one, the opposing side. But you fall off, or tend to, if you just try and walk onto it, so you got to jump. Just catch it as it's speeding off. Sneaky, sneaky guy here. I think the rest of these are mostly just these brain guys, but I've got plenty of space to shoot them with this thing. There is another secret level, I think, just down there, which you have to shoot through the wall. At the end but switch out the switch, I'll be on to the next level, but this gives me a secret level. Let's go. I did quite well on the enemies. Okay, secret level time. So, in this one, they're trying to send off a rocket. Oh, or this is a rocket base that they've infiltrated. I'm not sure. But well, I think the thing is they're underneath the rocket, and we need to get under there, so we set the rocket off. I don't know if it's any more depth to the story than that. This way's blocked, so we're gonna have to go up here and unlock it. Probably the most complicated lock-in this level. Not level, but series. LA Meltdown. That's the door below opened. Got another little sentinel here. I'm sure sentinel's not the right word, but you've heard me call things brain monsters, and I don't know what I call these things. Slugheads, perhaps? There's always more enemies in this bit than it appears. I think the idea is you run in there without the light on and it's chaos. I suppose maybe they're supposed to be like Predator a bit. I suppose Predator doesn't teleport. I don't know, maybe because like the police are supposed to be pigs in this, perhaps it's maybe the army people are supposed to now be, I don't know, grunts. I don't know what that makes the brain monsters, if they were humans. CEOs. They all look a bit like Krang.
Hail to the king, baby. Let's rock.
So I think that basically displays a panel that you can set the rocket off with. Whereas if you don't do that, you can't see it. And it's not anywhere obvious, so it's quite confusing as to what that does for quite a while. Unless you've done it before. There's a panel. Lots of sneaky slugheads around here. And then once you open this door, you get a slew of enemies. enemies who. That's that level done. So here we go, final level in the LA Meltdown series. This is just a shareware version, so it's just the first series of levels. I'll play the others at some point. Probably my favourite level design is when you get into the city. And there's a whole load of Japanese influence as well in the sort of interiors. But Neo Tokyo. I suppose the whole game's dystopian. I mean, if you want to talk dystopian games, then you know, one of my favourites would be Blade Runner, the Windows game, point and click, Splendens. Possibly Union City. What's it called? Union Night City Conspiracy. Another point and click. And of course, Final Fantasy VII. Some of the background designs in FF7 just still look. So the point of this level is basically to find the boss and kill him. And from what I remember, defecate down his esophagus. His esophagus.
Holy shit.
Nice bit of little animation. I seem to really like showing things blowing up in this game, like huge constructions that like fall down vertically. It is pretty crazy how hard the boss is as well compared to any other sort of character in the game until you get to the other bosses later on. But then you do get like a big square arena to run away from him. By that point you've basically grabbed loads of like rocket launchers and every type of high damage weapon that you can get. Of course the best bit, I mean I remember playing this on the PC with all the cheat codes. Which was basically word of mouth. It's very hard to find them before the internet found its feet. I used to absolutely adore buying sort of game magazines, just getting like tips and stuff, and then just pictures of what's coming out and stuff. And that was kind of all you had to go on, as far as I remember. It was just like pictures of stuff and pictures on the back of the box that you were buying. And you just find out if it was a full-on open-world RPG or, you know, a little point-and-click or anything. That's how I found Final Fantasy VII. I walked into a game shop in Hyde, near Manchester. I just thought it looked good. Never heard of it. And not only did I kind of think Midgar was amazing in this huge, vast open world that I could just keep going back and forth, deciding what to do. As soon as you get out of Midgar, you get 100 other towns just as big. Leave them blind. But yeah, that's kind of PS1 years. With PS1 years, I didn't really have any mates that were playing it, so I just had to kind of find my way, navigate, try and find good games. Whereas like my DOS days, with word of mouth, all my mates played like PC games. They knew the cheat codes. It was like DN stuff, gave you everything, weapons. Was it DN Cross? The K. I don't know if that was God mode or something. Invincible. Whereas the PS1 combos for putting cheats in was a little more complicated. Playing the game itself, trying to remember everything. Bop it. Or Simon. Well, we're getting pretty close to the end there. That's where you get a bit of elements of sort of difficulty from just the way the game's made, what you can see. Which I always sort of appreciate that. I don't think it was always limitations that made these games difficult and hard to play. I think some of it was imposed on it to make it part of the difficulty in certain cases. I always used to hate this bit. It's because I always used to fall. That's hard. I mean, you got to realise when I was playing this, I was like somewhere between 13 and 16. Well, probably between 12 and 14 actually. We'll just go with 13. But yeah, they were all like 18 plus games that I was playing back then. I've seen all the 18 plus films. But yeah, I don't know what's happened to some of these games. I mean, COD is pretty good. Basically, any of these games are only any good these days, new ones, if it's multiplayer. In terms of just having a really awesome shoot 'em up game like this, just because it's a good shoot 'em up, quite creative of what it could do. Half-Life because it was ingenious and a beautiful story and everything, you know, backstory and so forth. I quite enjoyed 13 as well. I might add that to the list. It's kind of a cel-shaded, not a shoot 'em up exactly, but it was a proper like long story and quite involving. I got into that. So where's the boss? This bit basically consists of just running around, trying to avoid him and shoot him. I mean, that's the entire game really, but especially so I'm going to use a bit of medipack. Still don't know if I'm supposed to kill these women or save them, or if that is saving them, same thing. I assume it's especially difficult to get 100% in this level because you got to do whilst killing this guy. Done.
I'm Duke Nukem, and I'm coming to get the rest of you alien bastards.
Nice. Well, I was wrong about the identification bit. That must be in one of the other levels. Sweet. Thanks for watching the video to the end. Hope you subscribe. I'm going to keep pumping out videos, probably mostly somewhere within the region of MS-DOS games to PS1 games at the moment.